Hey guys, welcome to the Daily Smash for Wednesday, July 12th, 2023. I'm Rick.
I'm Kelly.
I got the date wrong yesterday. Not on the screen, but I said it was the 10th when it was the 11th.
Oh, it's the 12th.
Now it's the 12th. Coming up, some of your amazing comments, a fireworks citation update, and a new feature, Kelly's Question of the Day. First, I want to thank all of you who have subscribed in the last 28 days. We're less than 400 away from 40,000.
Yes.
Here on YouTube. So you guys can help take us over the top right now. Just hit that subscribe button. Also, we have 125 new subscribers since Friday on our Rick and Kelly show on Patreon.
Can't believe it.
125 in like 4 days. So thanks for that. It's a great show. We have the 99 shows coming out this week. Great content there, and it's a much longer show, and we can say whatever the hell we want.
Right. Julie just blew out my hair.
She did a great job.
Didn't she?
So
she wanted this Dyson. Sorry. This is heavy on here, this thing.
Yeah. She wanted a Dyson hair.
She wanted a Dyson hair blow dryer. I have a Dyson. It's a curling iron, and it has all these attachments. It can go one way, the other way, and it's supposed to be healthier for your hair. But she got the Shark one, which was $300. And I loved it. She did it for me. I'm like...
Still sounds like a lot, but she said because of all the things that it does...
I can't wear this today.
Oh, no.
I'm going to have to get this altered.
Oh, boy.
It's
well,
okay.
You look fantastic. Want to mention Ilia Wine sponsors the Daily Smash. Would you like to show them a beautiful bottle?
Roble. Montebello.
I think this got the 90. I think one of these got an 86 and one got a 91. They're very highly rated wines. They're absolutely delicious, and you can get yours for 20% off at Ilia.com using the discount code RickandKelly20. It's a great deal on a fantastic wine.
I like these. These are blends. Did
you
realize that?
Yeah, Spanish grapes.
Yep. Nice.
We have a Ficus hedge update from our one of our landscapers.
Well, I read them early in the morning when I wake up, and somebody said they're getting sun damaged.
Yeah.
Like sunburned, and I'm like, and then I Googled it, and I'm like, oh my God, they're not A, getting enough water, and B, I think they're sunburned. I think we need to shade them.
Well, I asked our landscaper that, and he said we don't need to shade them. He said the problem was they only had 16 minutes in the whole day. I gave them 30 on the sprinklers. I gave them 30 minutes 3 times a day for them to recover. Then in 3 weeks, we changed them to only 2 times a day. So he's like a doctor with a prescription for our ficus trees that are brown.
Gave a prescription.
Yeah.
Gave a prescription.
A prescription. Fireworks update. Kelly and I went to City Hall today.
And everyone knew me in there.
Of course they did.
It was so funny.
Lady recognized her right away as soon as she walked in. So we tried to find the guy who wrote the citation. He wasn't there. I got his card. I'm going to call him and leave him a message and beg for forgiveness. Again, we got written a citation well after the fact. After the officers who responded to a video of fireworks, really sparklers on our terrace, they showed up, warned me, said if I did it again, I'd get a citation. I didn't do it again.
Right.
So
somebody goes, just because you act ignorant about the law, you should, that's not giving you an excuse. Well, duh. We didn't know, obviously. It wasn't like we were letting off huge, dangerous fireworks. They were more like sparklers than anything.
I have some.
And we asked the people if it was against the law.
Right.
2 minutes away from our house in Costa Mesa on 17th Street. They sold them.
They told me they were legal. But what I didn't realize
if the cops gave us a citation right then and there, I get it. Okay? Yeah. So then we go to the city and we talk, and it had nothing to do with the fireworks. They said it was we were disturbing the peace on July 3rd. We were disturbing the peace, and we were doing, what else did they say? They didn't say fireworks. That's not what they got a citation for.
Which is it's ridiculous. Like the whole thing is ridiculous.
We only had 4 people at our house. It's like we were raging. We had Jeff Lewis. We had Stu. We had Heather McDonald, her husband. Shane, his boyfriend. That was it. It wasn't like we were raging upstairs doing something like... They said that we were being loud and disturbed.
Listen, if there was a reason to write a ticket, the police officers who were here would have written a ticket.
Right.
That was the time to write the ticket. Sorry. And that's my argument. We had some comments on this. Northwest girl stuck in Florida said, Karens are the worst. Glad you're going to fight this citation. Beyond unfair that you get cited after police gave you a verbal warning.
Right. I don't care. But that's not what they charged us for. They didn't charge us for fireworks. He wrote the complaint because they looked it up.
I have to go look at it again. It was something about noise and.
It was noise, being loud and disorderly, whatever. It had nothing to do with fireworks.
It's not accurate. She also said, P.S. Love your show. Brings a smile to my face each day. You both are the cutest couple ever.
Thank you.
Michelle Save 5662. Freaking love you guys. Good luck at City Hall. How annoying. Waste of time. Love your love. Best podcast ever. Soon somebody big will pick you up or Newsmax will hire you both.
No, that's what I said. Did I not say that?
That's
so weird that you said that, Michelle, because we got 45,000 views.
Almost 50,000 on one show
last week.
Here on YouTube.
And I'm like, that's a lot of views, eyeballs on just little old us. And I said, you should write that to Mr. Elliott. And
I did.
And I said, and Rick goes, when we first started Fox News Channel, you didn't get those kind of numbers.
We had 0 viewers. We got goose eggs in the ratings, zeros in the ratings for the first year or something. I remember I had to talk people into doing interviews. They'd be like, why would I do an interview with Fox News Channel? No one watches that. I can't even get it on my cable system. This was in the beginning, like in 1998. And I would say, well, the affiliates pick up our stories and they run them on the local stations, so a lot of people will wind up seeing it. I had to talk them into it.
How funny.
And fast forward years later, people are begging to be on that network.
Maybe
not anymore.
One of our Patreons, Jackie, she sent me this article saying that Fox News is losing major ratings.
Yeah, they are.
And
they're not doing nearly as well as they were. So I want to read this about the fence. We're getting that fence built. Oh, wait, hold on. One more from Quatsi Sutton. I've never heard of getting a ticket after the cop gave someone a warning and went about your way. It makes me wonder if the cop let it slide, but the city thought they had enough evidence to fine, maybe trying to make an example because you're public figures.
Well, I don't know how, if you're going to say noise disturbance, because one lady complained on Nextdoor and filmed it.
Yeah.
It was a whole 2 seconds. It wasn't like we were raging, partying. We had made loud music. It was chita pop 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 pop, and that was it. And it was early in the day. I just find it to be obnoxious and absurd.
Cindy Baker wrote, wait, so your pickleball wall is a green chain link fence along with some green tarp like a tennis court? What? How does that serve any purpose for sound?
Exactly.
You guys have a walled backyard. I was never quite understanding what the city was wanting you guys to do for their sound ordinance and the pain in the rear neighbor. Did I miss something? No.
We don't get it either, by the way. We don't understand it either.
I can explain it.
Okay.
The city code calls for any sport court to be fenced in. So even though we're inside the walls of our backyard and there's fence, that doesn't count according to the Architectural Review Committee staff as a fenced in sport court because the fence needs to be on the court itself. So that was their interpretation, and there was back and forth for 90 minutes.
No, first of all, the city of Palm Desert, okay, brilliant people that they are, said that we needed to have 6-foot fences with soundproofing on them. Well, we're like, why would we need that when we already passed our decibel that we spent $6,000 for? Why would we need that? We already have a fence around the perimeter of the house.
Well, I successfully won that argument that we don't need sound panels and we didn't need a 6-foot fence. We just had to meet the letter of the ordinance. Any fence no more than 6 feet high. So our 3-foot fence will be high enough. We don't need sound panels because we passed the sound ordinance. This comes down to the language of the guidelines for sport courts, which states that the sport court needs to be fenced in. That's it. And I didn't want to take it to the city council and seek a waiver. I had enough of this.
And then it was so irritating because this architectural review board people, the guy Jeff Gregory behind us had complained about us and had the other lady complain against us too. He was an architect. They were all architects. They all worked together simultaneously.
Well, we talked about that already. It's, you know what? We're almost there. We're almost there.
Okay.
But I did want to read one that did piss me off. This was from Rangemaster 918. Now, Rick, you all already had an issue with a guy saying he didn't need a permit for your pickleball court. You all should trust but verify with all things. Did you get the officer name and badge? Be interesting how this proceeds, and hope your renter doesn't kick you out. You mean our landlord. We're not getting kicked out. But then KBeth59 wrote, Rick isn't stupid, but honestly, between thinking fireworks are legal in Newport Beach and not checking into permits for pickleball court gives me pause. Well, listen, K-Beth. I asked the guy who sold me the pickleball court, do I need a permit? And he said, no, not unless you're putting up lights. As if he knew the code in Palm Desert, which I was right to assume he did, considering he was doing business in Palm Desert. That was his business, building pickleball courts.
We hired a pool guy, Azure Pools. We asked him, do we need permits? We did. He got them. We did pergolas. Do we need permits? They knew that we did. When you hire subs, they know whether you need the permits or not.
They should.
They are the people that know.
This guy
did for Ferndale Sport Courts is the person that knows whether he said we only need permits if we have
if he
lights.
said to me, I'm not sure, of course I would have checked. If he said, you might, I would have checked. He definitively said you do not need a permit, so I believed him. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have. Obviously, in retrospect, I shouldn't have. And I won't anymore, okay? But I did ask, and he did tell me. And when I bought those fireworks, I asked the lady selling them, are these legal? And she said, yes. Okay, it was in Costa Mesa. It's 5 minutes from here.
We can walk to 17th Street from our house.
It's
right here.
There.
It's right there.
Again, okay, sorry. Yeah.
Okay, then you can pause, okay? Because you've never done anything wrong. What's that lady's name? What's her name?
K-Beth.
K-Beth? Okay, you've never ever entrusted in someone said.
Yeah.
You are just an expert at everything.
You research every single question you have, even though the person you're asking who's the expert in the field tells you this is how it is. So you go ahead and research that no matter what, every time.
Yeah.
Okay, good for you.
Good for you, Beth.
Now for our new feature, question of the day. Here's Kelly.
Now that I will make everybody put on pause and get everybody upset. Well, here we go. So I was with Taylor Armstrong at the deck, and I put her on one of my stories, and one of the ladies and Dr. Nicoli, he did my chest, he did your eyes, he's done your nose.
Yep.
He's done a lot, okay, for me, like a lot. Anyway, he called me, and his assistant or whomever she is, office lady, called me and said, "Hey, I want to know if we can do Taylor Armstrong's facelift."
Nicoli offered to do Taylor Armstrong's face.
Yes. And he asked me, can you ask her if we could do her face, right? Because she does look a little...
like she could use a facelift?
Like she could use a facelift, okay?
Okay.
And that's fine. I was kind of like, I wasn't quite sure, like, is that too invasive? Then I thought, you know what? Emily Simpson went to a plastic surgeon here in Newport Beach, and she said, hey, I just got this facelift and liposuction. The guy said that he would do yours for free. Would you, I mean, you can go to him. Like he said he wants to do
Emily.
you, right?
She doesn't need it, obviously.
Did I get my feelings hurt? Did I get offended? No, I was like, great. I mean, if it's free, it's for me. This is amazing. I'm like, this is great. But I want to see what you look like first before I get the facelift, right?
Yeah.
Which you guys all know I want to get a facelift anyways. So I'm like, oh, well, maybe Taylor might not get. So it's delivered. I have her phone number. I've had it for a couple of years or like a while now. And I said, great seeing you yesterday. It's Kelly Dodd. My plastic surgeon saw my Insta stories with you, and he said he wants to do Fraxel and a neck lift for free. Are you interested? I've been going to them for 10 years, cosmetic care.
Crickets.
She didn't say anything. So Dr. Nicoli texted me because today. He's like, have you heard from her? I'm like, no. I wonder if she's offended.
Well, that's the question of the day.
That's the question of the day.
Did Kelly go too far? Is it okay to ask someone if they're interested in getting a facelift? If they want a recommendation, or in this case, it was an offer of a free facelift.
Yeah.
Is that okay? Yes or no?
Is that okay? Yes or no?
That's your question of the day.
I mean, I feel like maybe I offended her somehow. I don't know.
Someone remarked on Shannon's old house when you said that it was $2,500 a month her electric bill. Mm-hmm. Stephen A., $2,500 a month for electricity for a smart home doesn't sound smart to me.
I know. That's what we've always said. It was insane.
And Johnny Bottasani.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. Nancy Ferrari said, my in-laws were close friends with Johnny, too.
No way.
My mother-in-law is 94 and still lives in the Marina District. Sadly, my father-in-law passed away 4 years ago, and it was a huge funeral, too. Anyway, all our family celebrations were at Caesars. Loved that restaurant, even though I had to teach them how to make an apple martini. Rest in peace, Johnny.
Oh, my God. What a small world, right?
Yeah.
What a small world. That's so crazy.
And then this random comment from Deand534. Why haven't you both touched on the Madonna scare? Very relevant. Maybe Kelly doesn't want to mention a stronger woman than her.
That is the most ridiculous comment.
And then someone said, stronger, that's the best I've heard for a while. Pillowface is hardly stronger than Kelly. If you have to be revived by Narcan, you're not strong. You need help. Just saying. That's from Christy.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. I love Madonna. I find her to be very talented. I love Madonna. I love Madonna. I love her. I'm a freak fan of hers. I didn't want to touch on it because I like her so much. You know what? And I didn't really want to tell my feelings. You know, sometimes it's just better when you, like, she's your age, right? 63.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just better just to hang it up sometimes. You know, enjoy your kids, enjoy your life. Kind of like, you know, Pelosi, Biden, you know, those kinds of people. Sometimes it's just, you know, like, sometimes just enjoy your life. You don't have to chase being young or you know, she just seems like she is exhausted by trying so hard to stay young and to stay relevant and to stay with the young kids. We only decline as we get older. That's it.
Yeah.
We don't get better. We just decline,
so
okay?
The story was that she was pushing herself too hard, trying to keep up with Taylor Swift, prepping for a world tour, and then she collapsed. And they said that she had some kind of septic shock, and they had to revive her with Narcan. And I said to Kelly, the only time I've heard of Narcan being used is on ODs, heroin overdoses. Like, it's like a miracle drug, and it just revives them. People are dead, they get Narcan, and
is that what that was on Pulp Fiction when he's like, put it in the chest, put it in the chest?
I think that was adrenaline.
Was that adrenaline?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
Give it a shot!
Give it a shot! They're like...
That was an intense scene. You know, listen, by the way, I always have loved Madonna, too. I used to play her music. When I was a DJ back in the 80s, I had her first album. I would play that in clubs all the time. I would play cuts from that album on the turntable.
Yeah, Madonna is way stronger and better and way more talented than myself, of course. But I love her.
I don't know about stronger.
I just, you know what? I just feel like I just feel bad for her. I really feel bad for her. She's chasing something that is not making her happy. And maybe she misses the limelight. Maybe she misses those things. Sometimes just enjoy the fruits of your labor, you know? Yeah. There's just some people that just, like, time to give it up.
Okay. Well, there's Kelly's thoughts on that. Thank you for writing.
Kelly's thoughts.
Kelly's thoughts. In the news now.
In the news.
Kelly brought this to me. Actually, I had seen this, and then you sent it to me. That these women fighting in the poker room at the Encore Hotel in Las Vegas, including one lady in a motorized chair. I'm going to play the video, and then we're going to talk about it.
Ladies. God damn. here. Get away, get away.
Damn.
Calm down.
Get up.
Off a wheelchair, dude?
Let go. Let go.
Dude, this shit is crazy. Man, that girl's on a wheelchair, dude? Damn.
Oh, sorry.
Wow, that girl's got a badunkadunk. Damn.
Off a wheelchair, dude?
Well, she seems to be okay on that wheelchair, by the way.
There's another angle.
Look at her. She stands up pretty swiftly.
Wheelchair, dude? Damn.
The guy's like handcuffing her.
I don't know. Maybe something happened with this lady on the wheelchair. I don't know. But like I said, when I lived in Asian Hong Kong, there was nobody ever on wheelchairs and whatever. But she might have had something happen to her. I don't know. But she seemed pretty flexible. She seemed to stand up. She seemed to be bending up and down. I don't know. I feel sorry for people that are really like handicapped.
Yeah.
And they have to be pushed at the back of the line because this lazy F can't,
Well, we don't know who this person is.
And I don't want to.
Whatever.
I don't want to judge because one time I was walking out of my girlfriend Nicole Pembroke has got one no hand. She doesn't have. She was born without a hand.
Right.
Because I guess back like in the 60s, the moms took these drugs that made you not like prevent you from getting morning sickness, and it ended up like making birth defects.
It was a birth defect, yeah.
And so this. She ended up getting a ton of money for having this, but she's beautiful.
Had a handicap sticker or a plate?
She had a handicap sticker, and we were in like in Lake Arrowhead or somewhere. We were just somewhere together, and this guy, she's like legit does not have a hand. She's gorgeous though. You would not ever think there was something wrong with her. We walk out of the handicap spot, and the guy goes, "You're not handicapped," and starts yelling at us, right? And she goes like this with her hand, with her stump, yeah. And this girl can do everything.
Right.
And she went like this.
So
and
you never really know.
You see, so I don't want to judge.
I just think it's funny.
But I am.
the Daily Mail is like calls a brave man and a security guard piled in to separate them. A vicious catfight. They said it involved at least 4 women and drew a crowd of spectators. Anyway, we're glad everyone's okay.
So my friend, wait, real quick.
We have to go.
Oh,
we have to go.
My God, we have to go. All right.
Can you save that story for tomorrow?
No, it was just real quick about Harry getting involved in the fight at the McDonald's in Savannah, and he got hit.
That's a good story for tomorrow. In fact, we should show that video.
Oh, yeah.
Here's a tease for tomorrow's show, an exclusive video of Kelly.
And Harry's coming to come visit me.
Her friend Harry's coming to visit, gets in the middle of a fight and gets smacked.
Hard.
That's tomorrow.
We should interview him when he comes.
Yes.
That's what we should do.
Yes.
He's coming.
We will. Later
he broke
in the
up
week.
with his boyfriend.
Uh-huh.
Or his boyfriend broke up with him, and he's going to come visit me.
We hope you guys have a smash-tastic day. If you forgot to hit the subscribe button, please do it now and get us to 40K.
Yes, thank you.